Mick Schumacher could still find himself driving in an F1 race this season. Mick Schumacher is having to make do with being Mercedes' reserve driver this year in F1, but that in turn could create new opportunities for the young German driver to offer a reminder to teams up and down the grid. It was a frustrating second season for Schumacher in F1 last year, with Haas ultimately choosing to replace him with the more experienced Nico Hülkenberg. Mercedes swiftly brought Schumacher in as the team's backup driver for 2023, and H has been a regular picture alongside Toto Wolff in the Silver Arrows garage. His role in the team was plain for all to see last time out in Barcelona too, as his work in the simulator ultimately helped both George Russell and Lewis Hamilton put together the team's best weekend of the season. It's a situation Schumacher will have to get used to in 2023, although he won't want it to become a long-term position. He may have to wait until the 2025 F1 season to be given an opportunity back on the grid full-time. But his move to Mercedes may end up being a shrewd piece of business for the 24-year-old in giving him the best pool of options to choose from. With the F1 calendar ever expanding, teams have had to rely on their reserve drivers more to give the two main drivers a rest. Nyck de Vries and Hülkenberg stood in for Alex Albon and Sebastian Vettel respectively last season, while Robert Kubica took Kimi Raikkonen's seat in 2021 for a couple of races. There's a good chance that at least one driver will need to skip a race this year, and that's where Schumacher's move to Mercedes may help his situation. The race point out that both McLaren and Williams would potentially turn to Schumacher if they needed to bring in a replacement on the grid. Both McLaren and Williams are Mercedes customer teams, and it's suggested Schumacher would be given the opportunity to step in. That gives the 24-year-old potentially 6 seats he could step into this year, although his most favourable would clearly be in the Mercedes. Schumacher recently got behind the wheel of the W14 on track for the first time as part of a Pirelli tyre test, and he admitted after being out on track that he feels more than ready to step in for an F1 weekend should he be needed. He said, "Obviously, having not driven in a while, I felt it physically, but it was good to be back in the driving seat. This experience will definitely benefit me in my role. I have a better understanding of what to look out for and what to work on. I also have a better understanding of all the procedures and how the team works trackside. That would be a key factor in case I ever have to jump in and race." He added, "I'm very excited for the rest of the year. I've had a great time today and hopefully I'll be back in a car at some point. I loved every bit of it. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for this opportunity.